Alright, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Politically incorrect update today. The OGs of the channel will remember that we once had a special update that was politically incorrect one, and it was fully dedicated to Goat Moon. This is somewhat of in the same vibe. We're gonna have to talk about mostly one band, and there will be two CDs, one vinyl of that band, and I'm gonna show you merch that I got of another band. So it's kind of a special update, kind of a regular one. So yeah, without further ado, we are having a beer. Tanker local brewery released a new one, Mangalicious Mango IPA. There you have it. Just been released, I think 2 or 3 days ago. Haven't tried it yet. Bought it yesterday. Yeah, it's fucking hot in Estonia. I'm also very sorry if you will hear me talk out of my nose. It's because I'm the only idiot in this country who, in the heat of 30 Celsius, 30 degrees plus Celsius, got a cold. Unbe-fucking-livable. Yeah, so I have a running nose. So sorry about that, guys, if you will hear me talking a little bit from the mouth, but I'll try to, pull through. So yeah, Mangalicious Tanker local brewery. Yeah. Surprisingly, they usually had a lot of information on the can, like they, made some funny notes. Tanker lately has been a little bit down for me. Pihila is better, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, Mangalicious, so Manga IPA, 4.7 degrees of alcohol. Alright, why not? So still cheers for the summer, guys. Cheers. Refreshing. Refreshing. Okay, so without talking too much, so we don't have intro for 5 minutes like we used to have, let's go. The band I'm gonna talk today about is this one. This is the mighty Wolfkrieg, established in 2009 in Russia by two guys. In my opinion, one of the best NSBM bands around, and one of the most underrated black NSBM bands ever. You don't hear a lot of people talking about them, which is absolutely fucking surprising to me. Like Goat Moon, there's so much in their music. There's like folk, black metal, dungeon synth, raw black metal, melodic black metal. You name it, they've done it all, in my opinion. Absolutely stellar band. Whatever they touched, whatever subgenre or style of black metal they touched, they ruled in it. Yeah. So, first we're going to talk about the releases, and then I'm going to talk about the general situation with Wolfkrieg in general. Like I said, established in Russia. This is their 2014 album. Actually, yeah, 2014 album, The Souls of Old Stones. So let's take a look inside. There we go. It's just the forest here. And the CD looks like this. So this is basically kind of their mid-work. They moved a little bit for some time away from black metal. This is more of a kind of a ambient album, yeah. The first track, when you put it on, you immediately understand what kind of album you're getting into, because the first track is basically a very epic, stellar instrumental pagan tune. And this is what the whole album is about. It's ambient, it's somber in part, it's epic, it has dungeon synth elements. It's basically like, I would say it's one of the best dungeon synth albums that I've heard in a while. I can consider it to be a masterpiece. It has a theme there going on, yeah. As we can see, for example, there is a track number 3, Varangian Sea or Varangian Sea, whatever you pronounced it. It's interesting because this is a sea which was it's a trade route used by Vikings, Slavs, Rus. It's a trade route that they used basically to get to travel to Byzantine Empire. And right now, this sea, Vargarian Sea, is basically a Baltic Sea. So it tells a story about like traveling, fighting, and all that good stuff, honor and blood in the old pagan days. Yeah. So it's an amazing piece of dungeon synth from a band mostly known by for their black metal style, which we're gonna get into a little bit later with another release. So yeah, this is the first Wolfkrieg that we're gonna talk about. Like I said, I'm gonna generally talk about this band a little bit later. Cheers, guys. Obviously, this album was accepted very good because, like I said, it's not your mid-range album that you can like listen to, put on, and forget about it and throw it away. Like, it's a very good dungeon synth album. So after this, in 2015, they released the following masterpiece. Well, you can say it was already a masterpiece before they released it. Of course, let's take a closer look. Do we have a focus? I don't understand. Like, is it focusing or not? Very weird. Or maybe it's like the quality of the... But the quality is normal. Anyway, so... Wolfkrieg, Northern Tales, a dungeon tribute to Burzum. Obviously, all tracks here are ambient, taken from different parts of Varg's releases, Varg's career. Again, done to an absolute perfection, in my opinion. One of the best cover albums ever released, especially the dungeon synth part. So yeah, there's nothing really much I can add here. That just Wolfkrieg released a great tribute album. Let's take a look inside. More mountains here. Yep. Let's take a look at the CD. Got the pagan theme going on here. So they basically released a very solid, very good tribute to Burzum, an ambient tribute to Burzum, which again is a little bit rare in my opinion, that the whole album is dedicated to work in this kind of way. But yeah, so yeah, again, a very solid material here and there. And now we can finally move to the vinyl. Yeah, let me get it out first. And you will see how they a little bit evolved in later years. The covers became a little bit already controversial. We already had Wolfkrieg on this channel before. I showed you a couple of albums, but this one is like this already. Let's actually move those out of the way, so we don't have them here. Wolfkrieg, 10 Disturbed Years. So this is a compilation. The compilation that came out actually in 2020. Here we finally get a taste of black metal from Wolfkrieg. Furious. Basically like I don't know, like winds of bullets on battlefield, yet very beautiful, well constructed, raw and melodic, again with stellar synths. their black metal feels like it's basically absolute epicness on a testosterone level, yeah, and it's fueled by hate and war, with a pinch of very, very distinctive, unique shriek vocals. Both guys here, these are the two members, like I said. So yeah, their black metal is amazing. Released that we were at War Records. As you can see, the Black Sun here, the Wolf, the tracks. Their probably most famous track, or the track, if you don't know about Wolfkrieg and you want to find out about them, I recommend you to basically Google this track. This is all that they're all about, right? It's a very simple track. Wolves of... Yeah, strangely, it doesn't focus today. Why? Oh. Okay, let's try it like this. Wolves of Dirlewanger. The first track here. If you Google it, basically you will find it. I think it still is available on YouTube, even though YouTube is trying to put this out. But yeah, this track is still available. It's interesting because, let's take a look at this one too. As you can see, 10 years. It's interesting because this track, it's basically somewhat about Oscar Paul Dirlewanger, which was an SS officer, a commander of a penal unit, by the way. His brigade was called, or referenced as Dirlewanger Brigade. What was he famous for? He was famous for being one of the most... it's on black, no need to take it out. Side labels. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, I don't know why it's not focusing today. I'm guessing it's because outside we have, the weather, it's hot. So the sun goes out, goes in, and there's a mist right now. So I'm guessing it's because of that. Maybe I should have turned the lights on as well, but I'm filming at 1 p.m. So, you know. Yeah, sorry. So he was one of the most famous brutal Nazis in the regime. He was famous for using such things as the doctrine of war terror. Yeah? So what he did was, like, if partisans in Belarus killed his men, for example, it is believed that he executed from 30,000 to 100,000 Belarusians. Basically, he wiped out the villages. Like, they killed his men, the partisans. He went to the village and killed everybody in the village. He was very brutal. The song, however, I believe he also abused alcohol. And we know for sure that there are notes from other officers in SS and so on who wrote directly to Himmler asking for Dirlewanger to be removed. Because they said, for example, that in Belarus and Poland, even in Russia, he did more harm with local population with his method of terror than he did more good. They also claimed that he didn't understand that, local population could work and benefit the Reich, especially during the war, and instead of that, he executed everybody. Eventually, so first of all, I think the song is not directly about him, it's more about the unit itself, how they were loyal, how they followed the orders and did everything necessary for the Reich, of course. Of course, you got some controversial text here. God damn it, yeah, I don't know why it's not focusing today, but you get the idea what it says here. Yeah, so interestingly enough, when the shit hit the fan, he left Belarus and he left it for Poland. And in Poland, it is recorded that he went completely out of his mind, basically a little bit out of his mind. Uh, he was always a heavy drinker, he abused alcohol, and he started to hang poles every Thursday. You know, just apparently for fun, which, of course, even it pissed off even his own men. But yeah, eventually it came back to bite him in the ass, because in May 7th he got caught. When the Allies came in, he was arrested by French side, but he was put in the prison where the main guards were Poles. So guess what they did to him? Yeah, they beat him for almost a month, and after a month he died because of the constant beatings. So yeah. So yeah, there we go. A little bit of history for you. And this was Wolfkrieg. Absolutely amazing band. I mean, like, check it out. And they are pretty diverse. I mean, like, we talked about this song, the first one, The Fury of the Giants, is already a song about Russian paganism, for example, and Slavic paganism. So a very diverse band. They have a lot of subjects there. But yeah, you should just check them out and listen to them. Unfortunately, as I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the issue that we had. Yeah, those were a little bit of side notes that I wrote about Dearly One. But yeah, the issue that we have is that the band split in 2021. Unfortunately, all their stuff is very limited. I was lucky enough to find all those 3 records, these 2 in the vinyl, on Fenritz NL, the Netherlands site. I think this album is still available. Those 2 I bought, they were the last copies. The problem with these albums are, as you can see, 100 copies. 100 copies. Again. So yeah, that's the main problem. Everything is 100 copies and released only one time. So it's very, very hard to find them. Of course, you can download them on trackers and stuff like that. If somebody knows where I can get more of their stuff, if you came across it, please link it below in the comments. I'll gladly buy more stuff, especially merch. Werewolf Promotions used to have it, but it's also sold out. It's basically selling out everywhere. You need to look out for it, and yeah. If you find it, grab it, because it's definitely worth it. Now we're moving to Norway. I got a little piece of merchandise here to show you. Love him or hate him, but you gotta have more stuff by him, right? Right. There we go. A cool little sweater for the summer. Oh, for the winter, the summer. Jesus Christ, man. Smart SS will, of course, tell me it's bootleg. Of course, I know it's bootleg. It was a present by friends who went to Russia for some days, and they brought this one from there. Actually, now I know why the phone was out of focus. Okay, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I've pressed the super steady regime so it won't, move. And now it says it needs more light. Well, fuck you then. So yeah, anyway, of course, this is Burzum. This is his 5th album, Baldur's Death. Inspired by the tale of second son of Odin, Baldur, who had built the greatest ship and had the most beautiful hull, Breidablik, I think it was called. For people that maybe don't know or don't understand the significance of Baldur's Death and the Burzum or Wark having a concept album on it, basically his death is the first event in the chain that leads to Ragnarok. So it's very important. Probably not the first Dungeon Synth album, yeah, but probably one of the most important Dungeon Synth albums. Definitely his time in prison and the controversy behind it, and the fact that he released two albums there, they helped to evaluate Dungeon Synth to a pretty high, I think, level. This is my personal opinion, of course, but yeah, I think it's one of the most important albums. Yeah, it's not only it's ambient and dungeon synth, it's also I feel it's like has neoclassical elements and folk driven elements into it. And like I said, I know who Mortis already had before that dungeon synth albums and stuff like that, but you know, all this controversy helped the genre a lot, I think. So those two prison albums are definitely one of the most important albums in this kind of style of music, in this kind of style of underground. So yeah, guys, there you have it. A fast one as usual. Probably should have said it in the beginning, but forgot. Don't get pissed off. This is just music. You don't have to, you know, get into ideology to like the music or vice versa, you know. Like, you can do whatever you want, do your own research, think for yourself, and make your own conclusions in life. Don't scroll through, you know, lists of sketchy bands and shit like that. So now I am going to leave you. I am going to leave you till September. I'm going to take a hiatus because next month I'm going to vacation with family. I've seen that Kaio finally released on the vinyl. I'm planning to buy it in first week of August. If the vinyl is still there, probably it's not, so I'm gonna go with the CD eventually. That's how it probably will happen. But yeah, these are the plans. What else? What else? I wanted to say something really fast. Yeah, I'm gonna be back in September, probably immediately with politically incorrect update again. Yeah. Enjoy your summer. I wish you all the best. I do apologize for the glare here. Now I know that I should not put super steady for some reason. It is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around so many years already. We're going strong and we're not planning to stop. Love you all. Stay black metal. I'll see you around.